I spent 40 years working to earn one peaceful retirement. My dream was simple, a quiet mountain cottage surrounded by nature. But just 48 hours after moving in, my son called with a demand that shattered everything. He didn't ask for help. He ordered me to sign my cottage over as collateral for his business loan or my grandson would lose his home. I agreed to meet him. What he didn't know was that I had already discovered a secret that would change our family forever. Stay until the end, because one signature changed every life in the room. The day I retired felt like the first day of my real life. I sold my old city house and bought a small mountain cottage where mornings smelled like pine trees instead of traffic. I imagined peaceful walks, coffee on the porch, and finally enjoying the life I'd spent decades earning. For just 2 days, everything was perfect. Then my phone rang. It was my son, Daniel. His voice sounded nervous, but before I could even ask how he was doing, he got straight to the point. "Dad, I need your cottage as collateral. If you don't sign the papers, your grandson could lose the roof over his head." My heart sank. I loved my grandson more than anything, so hearing those words felt like a knife to my chest. Still, something didn't feel right. I asked a few questions, but Daniel avoided every one of them. Instead, he kept repeating, "Just trust me." That night I couldn't sleep. The next morning I quietly called a lawyer friend and asked him to look into the loan documents before I signed anything. What he found shocked me. The loan wasn't for my grandson's home at all. It was for Daniel's risky investment project, one he had hidden from the entire family. If I signed the papers, I wouldn't be saving my grandson. I would be risking everything I owned. 2 days later, Daniel arrived with a real estate agent and a stack of documents. He smiled confidently, already expecting my signature. Instead, I placed another folder on the table. Inside were copies of the real loan documents and a legal report explaining exactly what he had tried to hide. The room went completely silent. His face turned pale. The real estate agent quietly stood up and walked toward the door. For the first time in years, my son couldn't look me in the eyes. I told him calmly, "If you had come asking for honest help, I would have done everything I could. But you tried to manipulate me by using your own child." Tears filled his eyes. He admitted he had made terrible financial decisions and believed lying was the only way out. I didn't give him my cottage. Instead, I offered something far more valuable. I helped him meet with financial advisors, negotiate his debts honestly, and rebuild his life without risking anyone else's future. It wasn't easy. It took months. But little by little, trust slowly returned. Today my grandson still visits my mountain cottage every summer. We fish together, hike the trails, and watch sunsets from the porch. Every time he asks why I never sold the cottage, I simply smile. Because some homes aren't valuable for the money they're worth. They're valuable for the peace they protect. Retirement isn't just about owning a peaceful place. It's about protecting the life you've spent decades building. Sometimes the hardest word to say is no. But that single word can save your future, your dignity, and even the people you love. And that mountain cottage, it never became collateral. It became a reminder that honesty will always be worth more than any signature. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more emotional true stories every week.